Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Delicious in Dungeon Season 1, Episode 22. So, last time, guys, we had so much go on. We had lore dump out the wazoo, we had so much on the Golden Castle, our characters have been brought back to the Golden Castle of the past, it seems like, and they're kind of learning about this prophecy and maybe what has happened to this place, and seeing what it was kind of like before it fell. Very cool stuff, way too much to go into detail right now, so I'm not going to. We also had Kabaru being able to stall the elves from just rushing into the dungeon, and mentioned sealing it off so they don't have a similar thing that happened in his hometown, and they bought it for now, and he's basically just buying time, I believe, in the hopes that Laios's group will pull something out before the elves go in. So yeah, let's jump into this episode and see what happens. Oh shit. Oh, actually, there is a poll, guys, to replace this show. This might be for those of you watching on YouTube and not Patreon. The poll might still be going on. I think it will be, but you have not much more time to vote, so make sure you go and check that out. I'll put the link in the description. All right, now we're gonna get started here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. N, a Netflix series. I wonder if Senshi could cook, because they don't have much taste left, right, after living for so long. So I wonder if Senshi could cook a meal that is so delicious that they actually taste it. Maybe not. I had someone in my household come home with leftover little munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts, and I have them sitting right over there. And I don't know why I really like munchkins, even if they're not super fresh and eaten like way later in the day. But I am gonna eat the crap out of those after this, and I am excited. Because I am a fat ass. Hmm. You don't see Senshi. Ah, Senshi's cooking a yummy meal, isn't he? Yeah. They're so fluffy pancakes. Dude, I want them so bad. Oh. I need to make some pancakes. Yeah, come on. My prediction. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So he might have helped him out a little bit, but I think she didn't taste it still. Damn. Okay. Damn. Uh... So is this an early version of it, or would it be the current version coming? That's a very difficult question to ask. Okay. Interesting. Wait, so is this current time then? Oh shit. I'm completely wait. The ghost pulling you back. I don't know what this is then. It's like a it's like a pocket dimension kind of thing. I'll talk about it in the discussion. That's really fascinating. Oh shit. Damn. Okay. Back to the dungeon, but we have to talk to the winged lion in this period, not back then, or I don't know. Back then might not be the right way to word it, I'm sorry. Oh, did she recover? Does she remember? Oh no. Scarred for life. Hmm. Are they dwarven? Oh. Hmm. Interesting. Is it like a form of directions? What? What? Oh. Oh. Uh-oh, Senshi. We gonna get some more Senshi backstory, maybe? Trying to distract them. Come on, Senshi, just say what you know, man. Did Senshi ever say he's never seen them? Oh shit, well, here we go. Damn. Alright. Laios, of course. Oh, Marcel's pissed. Oh my god, Laios. I mean, Senshi. Did I say Laios? I'm sorry. Big brain stupid. Little brain stupid. Oh, Senshi. We have a story we need to hear about why you hate Griffin so much. Shit, he's taken. God damn it. No way he's gonna go out like that, though. We're gonna get him back. We have to. Elias is shook. Come on, Laios. Oh, you can do that? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it does sound the most difficult. Oh, some of your hair. It's just all their food. What kind of creature are we gonna make? Laios is all excited. A friend. Yeah, they don't know a lot about him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I kind of stopped thinking about that as much, but hmm. Yeah. Save him and then get his story. Cool. That'd be cool if we get Senchi's story before the end of the season. At least if they kill the Griffin, they'll have food, right? What do we make? I hope it's Goofy. Let it be Goofy. It's Goofy, I think. Yeah! Look at those little derpy things. Can they even fly? Artwork on his face. Oh my god, look how they fly. Oh. Oh, that's so creepy. Nice. Hold someone's shoulder. Oh, if anyone's seen Critical Role Season 2, reminds me a lot of Caleb. I'm watching that right now. I'm on episode 72. Look at that thing go. Look at his little tail go. Uh-oh. Oh, a Griffin nest? Oh no. He's alive though. Yep. Oh, well. You know where it is now, though. Hmm. Molding it into something. Oh. Crazy that you can just, like, mold it. Well, that's a lot better than the other way. That's so funny. Nice. Did he break out of the sticks? Could he have just done that the whole time? Nice little bit of animation. Aww. He's all excited about it. Oh my god, he's even like giving it some scales and oh my god. It's like he's molding clay over here. Oh no! Ooh. Ooh. We even have the narrator telling us that. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Damn. I'm going all out. Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, so it was just a rope to climb down, not to like try to pull him or something. The Griffin's face. Oh, wow, okay. Damn. Let's go, Laios. Nice. Now we get some more meat. Oh no, is it done? You fought well, Noodle. Oh no. Oh, it has all the freaking food inside it. uh... Time to just eat your skyfish there, Marcel. Oh my god, they're gonna eat the wings too. I guess the wings were originally part of their food too, right? Skyfish and chips. Oh man. Are some of these monsters and she's eating it? Wasn't that big hunk of meat? No, all the dragon parts left, right? And they went back into... I don't know what that big hunk of meat was. Maybe that was the sheep from last episode? I don't know. Or not last episode, the one before. Ah. This is how he's gonna start with talking about themselves. What? Marcel's face. Alright. Hmm. The dungeon? Damn, before all the gold was stripped too. Ah, I want more! I mean, I guess that kind of, like, we already got a lot based off that. We can kind of extrapolate from there what he's been doing, but I hope we do get a little more. That'd be cool. Alright. So, we left the, I guess the first thing I want to talk about, yeah, is them, they left the Golden City or wherever they were, but that was really interesting. It was like, I'm starting to think that it wasn't, like, at first I thought it was the past, right? I thought they were, like, thrusted into kind of an illusion of what this place was like beforehand, like before everything fell. but but instead it was almost like it was this parallel dimension, because like it, to me it seems like the castle is like buried, right? Or are, like, have they just been inside it this whole time? Like, could the outside of the castle really look like that? But you'd think like someone would find that area and they wouldn't have to be transported there via like the ghosts. And the way they were transported there felt like it was like through a dimensional sort of thing, right? So that is it, guys, for episode 22. Um but yeah, so it feels like, based on the way they transport there and everything, it feels like another dimension, but it's not like a dimension displaying the past. It seems like it might just be a parallel dimension to theirs, of what kind of like the outskirts of the castle, what was like or still is or whatnot. I don't know. It's very confusing. So, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. They got the information they needed from there and then left, right? The reason why I say it is because it feels like the dungeon is like buried underground, right? Like the way like they dig into this area and stuff like that. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like there's those big fields and everything outside, like at this moment. And they're just like inside the dungeon. But then the way they had them go back, where they're like, this, sewer will take you into the walls of the castle, and then you'll be back in the dungeon. Granted, the ghost still pulled them through seemingly whatever kind of dimensional tear there might have been or whatnot, but yeah, it's just really fascinating. But wherever that is, it seems like the Mad Mage is freely able to travel there and back and everything too. So it's not just the ghosts. It seems like that is like a place. It is part of the dungeon. It seems like there are some citizens of the Golden Castle still alive with their immortality and everything in that little dimension or whatever it is. So interesting. We learned the Mad Mage's name, Thistle, which we already kind of knew. I think we knew from last episode, but I think this officially confirms that that's the Mad Mage, because before they just assumed, based on the power and the fact that they're controlling monsters in the dungeon and stuff like that, that it was the Mad Mage. Like, what if it wasn't? What if it was like someone that worked for the Mad Mage or something like that? But I was pretty sure it was anyway. But now we are 100% confirmed that it is. We learned that he was brought in as a court jester and didn't know anything about magic at first, and they eventually had him learn magic. He got obsessed, and they think he found a book of black magic, which kind of led him down some dark roads. And probably, I bet it started off as being something of like, oh, I just don't want my friends to die, and that's what started like the giving them immortality and stuff like that. But over the long course of things, they didn't really want the immortality anymore, and so that's when the king decided to make a run for it and try and get help, because they were kind of just being held captive by the Mad Mage. But I can't imagine. I have a feeling that if we get backstory on the Mad Mage more than what we just got, the reasoning for what they did is going to be something like that, where I saw King Dwendal getting older, or Delgul. Who's Dwendal? Oh, you know what? I think Dwendal is Campaign 2, Critical Role. I think that's one of the kings in that. But Delgul, I bet the Mad Mage saw Delgul getting older and was like, I don't want him to die. He's my friend and stuff like that. And that's where, like, trying to give them immortality and everything came from. It's going to be some kind of humble reason, and then kind of went mad with the power of all this black magic. And who knows if that book has some kind of like pull. They talked about how powerful that book is. Maybe the Mad Mage went mad because of the book. Maybe if the book gets taken away for a long enough amount of time or something, maybe the Mad Mage could be saved. I don't know. So Well, we'll see, I guess. But then we moved into being back in the regular dungeon. We have a goal of finding the winged lion in order to see if they can help us either give us an answer on how to defeat the Mad Mage or release them and have them help fight the Mad Mage in general. So we have that goal, getting to the very, very bottom of this dungeon, which is which I guess is, I mean, I think, did they say that's like the farthest down? So that could be like we find that lion, we fight the Mad Mage, and then that's it. I think I did hear that this next season that's coming in a year or two or however long is going to be the final one. I don't think like the source material goes on past this next season. So that's I like it when it's like I get really annoyed when I watch anime and they go on forever, if that makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, I some of these I do love the characters and I want to keep seeing them do their thing, but I want to eventually see what they've been working towards, right? I'm not a big fan of shows that just like the problem is there's a lot of anime that just get canceled or they do one season and they didn't get enough funding so they never do another one, and it's like, oh, but you set up some of these like cool ideas and I want to know what happens in the rest of it, you know? I want to see these characters achieve what's been built up, because usually in the first season of anime they build up some kind of grand thing, you know, like One Piece, you have the One Piece, right? It's like the whole premise of the show. It's like I want to see them achieve that, because some anime will set up something like the One Piece and then end it in like the first season. So you get 24 episodes of One Piece and that's it. You know, then you have to go read the manga if you want the rest of the story. So I do like that, even though I'll miss the show and I don't like that it's ending, I am happy that it is gonna get an ending, if that makes sense. I think I worded that well. So but anyway, we had some stuff with Griffins. I guess we still need more of the story because I want to know why Griffins are so scary to him. I assume something when they were younger, when they first got in the dungeon, maybe they were pretty deep down, and a Griffin killed some of his family or something like that, and that's why he's so scarred by them. So I'm really interested. I'm looking forward to more of his backstory. But yeah, he got really shook by Griffins, just ran off, got captured by one. We had to figure out a way in this darkness to kind of get the height advantage and be able to find them. So we created familiars. This is, you know, just another step in her journey to, you know, wanting to figure out how to create a dungeon, and she was able to create some monsters. Granted, she used some of her own hair, which linked her to them, and then a bunch of their food and everything, and they were kind of janky, but I like how they were almost like clay or whatever, and he was able to mold them. But yeah, so we had the first one go in. It was very weak and just bad form. Didn't have a good body to fight with, and just got splatted. We had the second one molded by Laios and did a little bit better. It did pretty good. But then we had Marceau come up with the masterpiece, the skyfish, the flying noodle of death that was able to fly incredibly fast right through the wing of the Griffin. Very, very impressive for how silly it was. And I mean, that's what I wanted. I was begging for something silly like that. I love this show for that, where it's like, oh, she created a miracle. What kind of badass thing did she just make? And it's just this freaking flying noodle thing. But it was very effective. So, very neat. And we took down the Griffin. Very cool. So, and then I love that they just immediately eat the summoned creature too. It's like full of all like the vegetables and shit like that. Like, just this show is so creative. Like, sometimes I get used to, I think after 22 episodes I've kind of gotten used to some of like the gags, but I still love the gag of them just eating all this stuff in this dungeon. I love that just whatever they kill or utilize just ends up being food for them and all that, and it's just really, it's really funny and really different than any show I've ever really seen. But but yeah, we had Chilchuck kind of start and peel back the layer with some information about himself, which was also cool. Apparently, for the last 10 years, he's been exploring dungeons and doing odd jobs for, like, that have to do with dungeons. But he has we know he's on the older side, but he has a wife and kids, or kids, he said. So maybe more than one that he hasn't seen in a while for some odd reason. We don't know why. And, yeah, that's pretty crazy, because, I mean, like he even said, like, he just looks so young, and sometimes I forget, even though he's told us he's like, didn't he say he's like, did he say he's 29? Or was it older than 29? I can't remember. I might have written it down in my notes somewhere. That would have been, like, pretty far back, wouldn't it? Because they basically, I think Chiltruck was the oldest one in the group. The exception might be, I don't even know. Seeing when they found the dungeon and the fact that Senshi said he's been in the dungeon for 10 years, it makes me wonder how old Senshi actually is. Because Senshi looks like he might have been, like, I don't know dwarfs very well, but might have been, like, 10 years old or something at that moment, so he might only be, like, 20. But Chiltruck, 29. I did write it down. Nice. That was in episode 6. Chiltruck 29. Yeah. I thought he was in his late 20s, so yeah, I mean, 29 is still, like, I guess it's not super, I don't know, I guess it just depends on who you are. I guess it's somewhat normal to have multiple kids by then. I feel like that age is getting older. I feel like when I was younger, it was like around your 20s is when, like, I grew up thinking that was when you were supposed to, like, have your first kid and stuff like that. Like, I think my mom had my sister, who's older than me, when she was like 19 or something like that. She was pretty young. So I think I grew up thinking that was the golden standard, like that whole thing, like with the previous generations kind of raising the kids. We kind of grew up thinking, or at least I did, that, the kind of like a lot of like the, I don't know if it's I don't know what the right term is for it, but essentially what I'm trying to say is grow up thinking you hit a certain age, you get married, you have kids around your 20s or whatever, the man gets a good job and like provides, and then the wife helps raise the kids and things like that. Like, that's kind of like the lifestyle I was raised in. But I'm not stubborn in that. One, I'm 32 and I have no kids and I have no interest in kids. And two, the what's it called? I've kind of accepted that, like, things have changed too. Like, it's not like, obviously there's some people that still hold to those values and still want kids when they're young and stuff like that, but I think there's a lot more people these days than in the past that just either don't want kids, or they wait till they're older, or whatnot. So yeah, I think times are just a changing with that whole breeding philosophy we've had in the past. But I digress. Chilchuck, good on you. I hope you go see your family soon, because I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna assume that it's like your fault or whatnot, but I just hope that you can make amends with your family at some point before the end of the show. So yeah, Senshi, part of these miners dwarf colony, seemingly, that stumbled upon the dungeon, and then somehow or another he ended up just staying in the dungeon and living there for a while. Very, very interesting. Which I guess that would mean he was in the dungeon before Delgul went to the surface for quite a while, right? Like, Delgul went to the surface a few years ago, and if he had been there, we can assume that Senshi might have been in the dungeon for 8 years. So if we get to see some of Senshi's perspective, it could be interesting to see what the dungeon was like 10 or 8 years before Delgul appeared at the surface. But we already saw that it was like covered in gold, which we knew. It's the Golden Castle. It was covered in gold before all the gold strippers came in and got all the gold out as far as they know. So we did see some of the pillars were covered in gold this episode, right? Like, it does look like there's some gold on these pillars, which is really interesting. It almost looks like people might have been here and harvested as much as they could reach, and then there's a whole bunch higher that they like couldn't make it up to. But we might start seeing more and more gold the farther we go down because people didn't make it this deep in the dungeon yet. Like, I don't know how many people have been as far as they have. Maybe no one. Maybe that's just wear and tear of the dungeon, and that's not even like people that have stripped it. This might be the farthest that anyone's ever been in this one. So yeah, very fascinating stuff. I'm really excited for more learning about Senchi's backstory. We have a couple episodes left before the end. Make sure you guys go and vote. As I said, the link will be in the description. Also, the link to my Patreon and my and subscribing. You know, all that stuff is below in the description, or just hit the subscribe button. It'll also be popping up on the screen. That is going to be it from me, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.